Is the new Nuln Oil different from the old Nuln Oil? Some of y'all have been saying that Games Workshop maybe changed their secret formula or whatever, so we decided to get to the bottom of this mystery and gathered up a handful of little mans and hit all of those mother with a coat of organic grass-fed spray primer. What, you don't use a primer? Yikes, dude, get it together. Anyway, we are also testing the new and old Nuln oils out over a layer of Rune Fang steel. And finally, we are coating these last two wee dudes in a Matthew varnish because some of you freaks out there are using Nuln oil as a final step over your sailors. I don't know why. We ain't about that life over here, but you do you, I guess. And now at last, we are ready to start slathering their bodies in that sweet liquid talent. We're starting with this crusty old bottle, Old Reliable, as we call her around here in the shop. And now get ready for some new bottle opening ASMR. Oh, shit. Sometimes I fantasize about breaking into the shop and cracking every bottle of GW paint open, but deep down, I know it would never be enough to fill the void. Speaking of filling voids, the new formula is seeping into those crevices just as nicely as the old ones, maybe a little too well. We kind of felt like the older formula spread more evenly, less undesirable congealing, as the young people like to say. The new formula also has a little bit of a tendency to leave a stain all over the piece, especially over the matte varnish. The best way, in our opinion, to use Nuln Oil is as a mid-step. For example, after applying a coat of primer and a thin layer of dry-brushed metallic acrylic, you might use Nuln Oil to accentuate the shadowed areas and get a better idea of where you want to put your highlights, details, and accent colors. Don't put that all over your decals and highlights. You're just going to get it all grimy and nulny and oily. And we want these boys to sparkle out there on the battlefield. Very demure, very mindful. They don't go to work with mascara smeared all over their armor. But yeah, the new formula does seem to have changed a little bit, and that's not surprising. This stuff has been around forever. If the new formula is all you can get your hands on, though, it's good. It works just fine. You might just want to make sure you're not using it as a top coat or whatever. Let's review. When you're using Nuln Oil, regardless of how old and crusty your bottle is, try applying it after you've finished priming the model, and then add the Nuln Oil. And after that's dry brush some highlights on there and add some color. Throw on some decals maybe, some basing if you're feeling frisky, and that's it, folks. If you don't have time for all that, just turn on your colored LEDs and pretend you're great at painting. That always works for me. Anyway, I'm going to go chug a bottle of Nuln Oil and think about the choices I've made in my life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.